Welcoming you to the Leela podcast, a place where you can discover all things Osho Leela. You'll get to meet the community, learn about community life, and listen in as we share about our upcoming events and workshops from the perspective of the facilitators and the attendees, supporting you to find your way to Leela.
My name is Devaraj, and today I'm very excited to be joined by Abhi over in the UK. And we're going to talk about the workshop that we're running in June at Osho Leela in Dorset. It's about 2 hours west of London in the UK. We're running a 3-day workshop called Body-Based Therapy from Thursday night through till Sunday afternoon. And it's a very exciting opportunity just to really get into some bioenergetics and other body-based therapy. So how this is going to go is Abby's going to ask me some questions. I'll ask her some questions, and hopefully you'll get lots of information about this workshop. Okay, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Dev. My name is Abhi, and maybe I'll talk about myself a little bit later on. I just would like, maybe if you want to introduce yourself very briefly, like what's your journey as a bioenergetics therapist, and how do you get to become a group leader?
Well, basically about 25 years ago, I decided that I really wanted to change my life because I was just a bit of a druggy, waster, criminal type in my late 30s, living in London. And I searched around for some quite radical therapy. I was doing kind of regular psychotherapy and group therapy, but it was a bit light. And then I came across the Osho people, and I ended up doing a lot of work at a place called University in Holland, a very intense group therapy. And I ended up training to be a group therapist there. And then when I came out, I wanted to work a bit in cities. I mean, I'd been living in a spiritual community a long time as well, which gave me a lot of chance to practice and develop techniques. And although I'd originally trained more in group therapy and emotional expression, I got very interested in bioenergetics and working with the body basically because it was doing me so much good. So I ended up basically just starting a YouTube channel in the middle of the 2010s, putting out the knowledge I had, and then just running more and more workshops on bio and breath work, and slowly developing my own techniques and drawing in techniques from different traditions that I felt I resonated with, but also keeping it pretty tight and into real body-based therapy stuff. And so I don't have a formal qualification in psychology. I trained in group therapy and then I shifted to bioenergetics and worked mostly with groups, but I do one-to-one work. In fact, I've done a lot more one-to-one work over the last few years. I also develop my work a lot around Reiki and character structure, which gives people and myself like a kind of a framework through which you can understand your childhood, through which you can understand your behavior, particularly your behavior in relationships. How about you, Abby? Could introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. Yeah, sure. So my name is Abhi. I live at Osho Leela, which is a meditation center and a personal development center in Dorset that you used to direct. So I met you here in Osho Leela. And my journey with body-based therapy and with therapy in general started not long ago, like in 2015. I started to realize that I needed to change something in my life. I felt quite stuck with my life and not really happy with what I was doing. I didn't feel fulfilled. And I started with talking therapy, actually. And then after a while, I started to realize that I wasn't doing much progress. I wasn't understanding with my mind a lot of like patterns that I was falling onto repeatedly, but it was really hard for me just with talking therapy to overcome these patterns, to kind of find a way and tools that will help me to not to repeat these patterns over and over again that weren't healthy for me. So it was only when I started to go to a bioenergetics therapist, actually, a very kind of classic official Alexander Lowen bioenergetics, that something started to shift. I was able to work on myself, not anymore on my mind, with my mind using what I could understood about my behavioral pattern, but I was able to get in touch more with the stuck emotionality in the body, and from that start to see how to release discharge, how to release this sense of stuckness, of not free flow of energy in my life and in my body. So that was a great shift for me, and from that bioenergetics started to become my main practice. And when I moved to the UK, I moved to Leela, and I did a lot of classes with you and other therapists online, and slowly I start to feeling like, oh, I really want to share this with other people. I really feel that will be beneficial, because it helped me a lot. And I started to give class here at Leela, to give class online and one-to-one session online. So yeah, that's a bit my journey. And I'm still learning, I'm still learning what I can offer, what I still have to learn about being with a group, helping other people, supporting other people. But it is my passion. It's my passion, and I can see the benefit that my life. There are so many that that's what brought me to wanting to share with others, basically. And also I got, an official certification as a bioenergetic practitioner. I'm not a therapist, but maybe in the future I will be. But so far, I'm officially certified as a practitioner. And yeah, very happy to share with other people.
Cool. Thank you. So do you have any questions about what about this workshop?
Yeah.
What should we tell?
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be nice to let people know, it's like what you're offering, what we are offering, like what include this workshop. I know that you wanted to have a theoretical part and a practical part as well. So working parallelly with these two tools. So maybe you want to say a bit more about that, and how do you see the structure could help people in that regard?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the workshop starts on Thursday night, so there'll be food usually about 7 o'clock, and then we meet about 8:30, and we'll introduce the workshop, the two of us, and everyone will have a chance just to share their name and if there's anything particularly that they want to work on this weekend, because it helps to put it out if there is something. And then we'll do some, lightweight, or what we would consider perhaps lightweight, some dancing, some shaking, some body movement, gibberish, something for an hour or two, just to really start to bring people into a slightly altered state of being more inside the body. Then the evening will finish, and we'll start again in the morning. 7 o'clock will be some morning meditation, maybe belly breathing workout, something like that, followed by showers and breakfast. And then we meet, and this will be the same set so that's for Friday and Saturday. We'll have roughly the same kind of bare bones schedule. So then after breakfast, we'll meet in the group room, and I'll give some theory out, basically about body-based therapy and why it's so useful to work with the body in therapy, why just working with the mind leaves most people feeling considerably unfinished, and explain it, about why charge gets held inside our body, how to start to release it, this kind of thing. And if we get the charge out, then we're no longer hardwired into certain behaviors that maybe, we somewhere know they're not good for us, but we can't seem to break them. So there'll be some theory and time for questions as well. And then we'll have a little break and we'll do some kind of physical body-based session before lunch. And then we'll have a decent sized lunch break and meet back again, maybe sometime like 3:30. And there may be a circle sharing. We'll see how many people are in the workshop. We might have to split it into two. And then we'll do a much deeper, heavier session, really getting into some stuff before dinner for about 2 or 3 hours. Basically, a nice deep body-based session where it really, we get right into the body and the muscle system and start to move something. Then it'll be dinner, and then we'll meet back about 8:30, and we'll do something gentle to complete the day. Some more meditative practice or something gentle that you do with each other, and we'll round that off to make that a nice day. In the evening, usually there after the sessions are finished, it's usually an option to hang out a little bit, have a cup of tea. It's possible we open the bar, we'll see, or the sauna could be on, so you can hang out in the sauna a bit. And then Saturday we'll repeat the same kind of way, sessions with breath work or sessions with bioenergetics, chance to share, a chance to learn, and a chance to ask questions, theoretical questions or more personal questions about your own process. And Sunday will be, we'll do something quite big in the mornings, and then the workshop there'll be lunch, and then we'll meet back in the afternoon just to close and round off and finish everything off and make sure everyone's leaving feeling in a really good space. So it'll be a weekend. We used to call weekends like the washing machine, when you're going into this deep process to really move something from the body. But there'll also be theory in there. It'll have washing machine aspect to it, but which is good, because if you work with the blocks in the body are kind of underneath our thinking mind, our personality, and if we can get those out, sometimes we feel a little disorientated for a while, but then we realize we're much clearer, stronger, more grounded, and more open afterwards. So that's a kind of structure. We haven't planned out actual exercises yet, but that always manifests as we go along.
Yeah. Well, that sounds great. Thank you very much for sharing that. And I agree. It's going to be a deep journey, and 3 days, I think, is the right amount of time that we need to really get into the depth of working with the body, and slowly building it up, widening up our capacity to feel and to connect with the body. I think you need that amount of time at least, and I think that would be great, as an outcome, that people can cultivate that practice in their day-to-day life, maybe, finding and seeing how beneficial it would be for them to energize their body, to start to see that the energy start to flow more in their body, in their life, that they are more clearing out whatever's been, stuck and repressed. And you can feel more alive, and the sense of aliveness that you can get from working for 3 days deeply on that type of body-based therapy. It can give you that stimulation that we might need sometimes to actually decide, yes, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it my own practice. I'm gonna carry on with this because I can see how beneficial it is for me, for the level of my energy, for my vitality, for being proactive and move forward. So I think very excited lots of things.
It is exciting to have it 3 days. And it's great that you mentioned like energy and vitality, because that's that's really my take these days. It's very easy to get lost in all the stories, and it's important to investigate the stories of our childhood, that kind of thing, if we're drawn to. But when you look at people who have a life that they want, or that can get it really inside themselves and create, deep, amazing relationships, or whatever they want to do, a lot of it comes down to energy. And actually, everyone, whether they think it or not, has a lot of energy, but there's just that there are blocks that we have picked up along the way. We might constantly be facing a certain hurdle in a relationship or in life, in work, with maybe we have ambition, but we can't really seem to get there somehow. When you really it's easy to go into all the psychology, and that can be useful. But when you really pull it apart, a lot of it is down to energy. Because if you have enough energy in your system that's flowing and trying to move you forwards, your drive is high. And that drive won't allow you to take second best for yourself. It'll keep moving you forwards and pushing you forwards, pushing you to take new risks, giving you the energy you need. So these and the blocks, the blocks to this are not cerebral. They're not cerebral blocks. The blocks are held in your energy system in your body.
In the
So
body.
developing a practice, over these days, because we'll give you a practice at the end that you can take away if you want to do on a daily basis as well. But the sessions that we do will unblock a lot of energy. So your energy starts to move and you find you've got more willpower. And then you can commit that willpower to going deeper and you get still more energy. You get a forward feedback loop, basically positive feedback loop going in your system. And that starts to move you up and take you out of the stuckness that you may have been living in, and it can be an amazing journey. And it's also suitable if you're in a bit of a crisis or you're really stuck at the time, something like that, and you just need something to really move your energy. And it also doesn't really matter if you haven't done bio before, if you haven't done body-based therapy before. It's not so important. The only thing where I'd say it's good to get in touch with me first is if you have any significant psychiatric, actual diagnosed psychiatric history or major physical limitations, then do just drop me a line. You can find my email address below, and just to check in to make sure this workshop will be suitable for you. So that's the only thing I would say. How about you, Abby? What will you be bringing to this workshop?
Thank you. I'm very happy to go with the structure that we set up together. I've done few workshops like that, and I see that that really works for people, and people wants more to work with the body. When I give session here for the training, for example, for the Leela Life training, I can see that there is a thirst for a different type of work, a work that allows you to drop your minds on a side, as we said, and really get in touch with the body and work from that space. For me, as you said, it's what was very beneficial for me working with bioenergetic, and what I really see in my day-to-day life, actually, I could see the more I practice, the more I feel confident in my life. I feel I can speak up for myself. I can stand up in front of a group of people, and I don't feel threatened. I can feel my belly, I can feel my body. And once I feel that, I feel safe. There is a sense of safety in this, cultivating the sensation in my body, and which I haven't had before. I haven't had that I didn't feel that safety. I didn't feel that confidence within myself. And I was trying to figure it out, like by, I don't know, learning some technique about like public speaking, and then I realized that actually I didn't need that. It was just about feeling my belly, feeling my feet while I was standing there trying to deliver a message, trying to deliver a knowledge or whatever I wanted to share. So that's something I wanted to say, because you can get into a workshop like that for many reasons, as you said, like you can be a bit of a crisis. I started bioenergetics because I was pretty much depressed. So there was the level of energy in my body was very, very low, and it wasn't working with talking therapy because I needed to move my body. I needed to create that flow again in my body. So you can get into this workshop for many reasons, because you want to gain more confidence in your life, because you want to be more proactive, because you want to you don't want to feel stuck anymore, because you want to, I don't know, improve your career or being able to set up your boundaries in your relationship. There could be many reasons, and this and the body has the answers for all of it. That's what I feel to say. The body has the answer. The body has a major role in all this area of our life, that the mind took over it. Actually, it's a role of the body to feel confident. It's the role of the body to feel safe. It's a role of the body to feel I can go through my life and make the choices that are healthy for me, And I think a workshop like this will really help people to let the body take that role again in your life, So that's what I'm passionate about. That's what I would like to bring into this workshop, helping people to feel more confident, feel safe in their body, feel they can manage, they can manage their day-to-day life, their present, with more spontaneity, with more with like less charge from the past and more presence in the moment. That's my goal. That's what I would like to deliver with this with this workshop. Yeah.
Cool, great. Hey, wonderful hearing you speak. Wonderful. So this workshop's coming up, I think it's June 13th to 16th, I believe, Thursday to Sunday. It's priced at 350 British pounds. That's something a little bit over $400. That's fully residential, including dorm, and there are, private rooms available if you book. Don't wait too long to book at a supplement. So it includes all food and dorm. And it's going to be an awesome long weekend. So if you have any questions, if you're interested, but you've got a few questions, do reach out, the email below, and I'll be very happy to speak to you about this workshop. But me and Abby are looking forward to welcoming you. We're going to have an awesome weekend. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Devaraj, and see you soon.